All right, while I'm on the subject of sense, let's chuck in the little story of the snake. All right, it could be interpreted in all sorts of ways, the snake. All right, you can interpret it however you want, and people do. All right? And who has the true one? Well, we do have science to help us out in some areas like that, and theories, so we get the right way if we want to, or we can just pay people to say whatever, or just believe whatever, as people can too. But let's talk a little bit about science and about some Bible stories about the women and the snake, right, and Adam and Eve, and taking the apple. Right? Now, say it was the snake, as I've talked about before, is a dude with a hotter looking body. Snake could be the same. Snake was a little bit bigger. Maybe his snake was a bit worn out after having a baby. And you know how that goes down that cave area when it comes for the snake, right? And then so a bigger snake might look nunctuous after having a child, right? So people out there, if you're worried about your woman running off to a bigger snake, maybe after birth, that could be why. You've had your kids, you've had your time in nature. They're doing a little bit like the monkeys still do now. They run off to whatever's better with the monkey money, who's beating who, right? And make some more babies, because babies and making babies is not love and not making you better than anything else when it comes to love, right? In fact, you can cause a whole opposite chaos of unloved things because of all the baby making. Right? So we'll go back to the Adam and Eve again. And Adam, as the story goes with the apple, because they're trying to explain it, it's been Chinese whispered, the apple is the knowledge of what he's seen. She runs off, right? So we go with that. And he's like, oh, bugger it, I'll be like her. So when you do that, that means you're taking the same apple, the same knowledge, right? I'm going to go pick on ones with bigger tits now. He didn't have big enough tits anyway. She thinks she had the hole that was got too big for me anyway. So I'm going to go for a fresher one. And I guess we'll keep going for fresh. That's why you hear a lot of religions go, no more virgin olive oil. No. Yeah, you get it, what they put into? And then the women, who's Eve, represents the women, go, oh, what happened there? Backfired. You get it? And that bad knowledge goes around and around, doesn't it? Because it's not all about that. And it's about using your brain. Adam could have went and got a toy. They hanged around enough, talked enough. Said, what can I do? I could have got a stick for you. But they went, you are what you put out. You went and choose, and you're still in your areas, and there's still someone watching you, just like humans watch other people doing tests, right? We're getting watched. And that's what happened. And so how could you fix such a thing? What would show more of a curse in that area? Who screwed up? Who actually went first then? How do we know who went first? Where's the science? Does the science say we are what we put out, and things are suffering more because of what they put out? Then why do women have to bear babies and have to have periods that are painful and all that? I guess they get to breed but have to suffer, you see? Sin. And if we really can't put up with this thing because it gets so angry as it's in sin. So something that's angry, it's hard to heal. They tend to get angrier. And so God will say, leave another opportunity. What happens? Or we'll put her in a straitjacket or something like that. What's a straitjacket with a woman? Well, we take the ovaries, right? And we can make some. We're starting to make artificial ones, actually, with the man-human knowledge that it gets, and it gets control most of the time. If you look around the world, God's gift, you can say. And we can actually make babies as long as we've got some sperm, which comes from the man. So with science and today, and with God's favour, it's the man. We could get rid of all women if they were the virus and restart. We can do it, and we've got sperm. Women can do a restart by stealing our sperm, but if they go to do a restart and somehow their lab blows up, something like that with the sperms are, which can happen, or they all got a virus, they can't resupply, so they'll be very risky. Where as long as we're a live man, we can keep popping them out. We don't need that risk. So that's once again another risk for the woman when they want to be cheeky. You see, can you see how it put it into that bracket? Now I can debate. I don't like to be nasty to anything. All I do is I talk about what I see, what's happening, what's in the now. How do we get in the now? What's the stories? How do these stories line up? We've had plenty of time to talk about it since the story, right? And how would it line up, right? And where's it favour at? If we talk about God and favour, what species does it really favour? We know about parenting and parents' favour. You know that, right? And so God favours. Right? He's allowed to, because whoever succeeds more, be more, hang around the parent, makes the parent feel good too, gets favoured. True? We're the image of God. That's how we feel. So he must feel that too. You see? So where does the sins lie? They lie in many places. But mainly, where did it start? They say, if you want to find a problem, you go back to start and fix that problem. So where's the problem that needs to be fixed when it comes to that little story? Is that story causing a lot of problems? You see? Maybe rushing in and having babies causes those other problems where people need to cheat. They weren't ready. They didn't have enough fun yet. Weren't old enough yet. Once they need to wear out and get a bit older, then they can have the baby. Then they can stay with the one partner, because it won't matter, because they don't really care about it. Lots of ways, hey? Definitely when it comes to that envy and greed. How did that kick in? Huh? Is greed and envy and self-thinking a little bit like what I said before? They rather go, well, that's easy, I can get it now, it wants it now. Your one's going to take a bit harder. You know, humans, we're lazy. I guess that's the envy and greed. And we run off, don't you? How do you teach kids not to do that? How do you teach that that doesn't work out too well? So no. So you want to see minimum of it. You let me know in comments, everybody, what I just said. And let me know what could be today of how we can make sense of certain stories like I just did. See ya.